This event may be renamed NXT TakeOver New York, but let's be realistic. Barclays Center, Brooklyn, this is obviously NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 5. So if WWE calls their next NXT Brooklyn event the 5th edition, I call bullshit. The only sin I have is automatically removed just because WWE used Disturbed for their theme, and Disturbed is an epic way to get the fans pumped up for an NXT event.
I fight for everyone!
Well, that heel run was short-lived.
Have you putting on a happy face?
Well, someone is obviously excited for the new Joker movie coming out this October. Don't get me wrong, I am too.
Because it is a historic night for NXT!
Isn't it a historic night for NXT literally every single time? If so, how is that news in any way? Nigel McGuinness only introduced 2/3 of the Spanish commentators and completely ignored Jerry Soto. What an asshole. We interrupt NXT TakeOver New York to bring you NXT TakeOver Phoenix. And just like that event, these guys are out of line, out of sync, and making the War Raiders entrance awkward just by not being remotely straight in their lines. It seems like the only thing WWE fixed the second time was not take it forever just to play the War Raiders entrance theme. That one moment where the fans are more in sync for this entrance than the Vikings on the stage. Ricochet and Aleister Black have gone countless tag team title matches over the past 30 days, whether it be in Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. Really makes you wonder why they keep getting so many rematches if they're just going to lose every single time. And yes, they earned this match by winning the Dusty Rhodes Tournament, but I'm just saying. Sir kicks a lot. I'm sorry, but I've heard way too many names relating to Sir Lancelot to the point where I roll my eyes every time I hear it.
Displayed more chemistry than Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. And Black on his...
Rowe makes a stupid mistake by hesitating when he has the advantage at the start of the match. Aleister Black is still fresh, you know. What is wrong with you?
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, Nigel.
B-O-R-I-N-G, Morrow.
So some good... Oh!
Aleister does realize that he could have kicked Rowe hard enough to win the NXT Tag Team titles tonight, right? But instead decided to mock Rowe's hesitation from 20 seconds ago. Who cares about respect? The gold is on the line!
The universe know what they're in store.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Seamless offense.
Ricochet's a dick to the turnbuckle. Alright, who fucked around with the spotlights again? Don't the technicians know by now that keeping the spotlights on the crowd during matches is a bad thing? The crowd chanting, "You deserve it," to the fans who were being blinded by spotlights. Jesus, what's wrong with you guys? Taking pride in other people's pain? Dumbasses. Rowe leaped forward on his own accord, a little late from Aleister's kick. Probably loves flopping face first onto the canvas and wanted to seize the opportunity. Also, yelling really gives away that you're coming after your opponents. I'm surprised that neither Aleister nor Ricochet realized that and baited Hansen in.
Oh, like it, wow!
Ow, my hands! Also, Ricochet is a dick to his own partner, as he's the one who threw Aleister out of the way. You could have made him break his hands, dude. What the hell? Maybe next time, don't yell right in Aleister's ear before you actually run off the ropes to hit your next move. Then maybe you would have gotten him. Your fault, Rowe. No denying this match is awesome with moves and counters like that. Unfortunately, Ricochet leaped backwards a little too late from Rowe's knee. Darn, just as it was getting good, too.
Teamwork makes the dream work!
Rowe is a dick to his own partner, as Hansen only hit the corner and missed Ricochet completely, whose head was protected by the turnbuckles. I suppose we're even on tag teams being dicks to their own partners. Also, no one likes a rhymer, Morrow. Aleister may have broke out the pinfall, but he also inadvertently flattened Ricochet even more than he already was. It makes for a cool moment, but at the same time a risk to have your partner become flattened like a pancake. Non-stop excitement. That's how we roll here in NXT. It's a good thing that this match didn't end in a double countout, but by getting into the ring with a sudden surge of energy, both Rowe and Ricochet blatantly no-sold everything that happened to them in the last 30 seconds. And yes, that's a sin if you pretend like you're invincible, which isn't believable. Ricochet, this isn't a trampoline. Since it's the end of the match, I'll give it to them on the respect showing. It was only during the match that made it a bad idea.
Belongs to me.
Velveteen Dream snapped his fingers and disintegrated Matt Riddle from existence. Think we found the guy who can defeat Thanos. Screw Captain Marvel.
NXT TakeOver New York is brought to you by...
Skip! I've had orange vanilla Coca-Cola, and it's disgusting. It was like mixing together cream soda with Coke and Orange Crush. I had to throw up a lot just to get it out. Statue of Velveteen. Couldn't stop laughing at the comedy of this cool entrance. Some of the funniest things I've ever seen at an NXT event. I can't be the only one who thinks this guy to the right looks like he wants to kick Velveteen Dream's ass. He looks incredibly pissed off. The match has begun, and both Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle just watch the crowd chanting for them. The bell rung. This match is never going to take place, is it? This goes on for like 2 damn minutes, and it's annoying as hell. Copy Riddle infringement. I'll be honest, I like the change up to that sin. Adds in more possibilities to it.
Back to the wall!
Matt, please stop wrestling barefoot. I get that it's what MMA fighters do, but this isn't MMA. And this likely isn't the first time I've said this either. Quit your cheerleading, Percy. Matt takes a page out of Dave Bautista's book and unleashes as much saliva as he can.
Put a counter bar!
I'll remove a sin there because that was an impressive way Matt tripped Velveteen into the pin. Very good.
And it comes crashing down and it hurts.
Nigel stupidly recited the lyrics to Hulk Hogan's entrance theme.
Oh,
Velveteen has taken not 1, but 2 ankle locks for a long time, and yet he's no-selling it by easily walking around as though Matt didn't put both his ankles through hell.
His dream going to tap!
I don't see what Velveteen would tap out to, considering Matt doesn't have any sort of submission locked in at all. Even after winning, Velveteen is begging for mercy. Post-match, that's still a sin. It's cool that we get to see Pete Dunne take on Walter for the United Kingdom title, but if I'm being perfectly honest, the UK title should really just stay in the NXT UK division to keep the hype going on over there.
685!
Well, thanks for jinxing Pete Dunne's momentum by bringing up how many days he's been the United Kingdom champion, Morrow.
Gonna be a big trouble.
Haha, I get it. It's because Walter is much bigger than Pete.
Do you look for early?
Off-sync UK chants.
It's tough to catch.
What exactly was Pete's strategy? Grab Walter's foot and start hugging it? If he wanted to trip Walter down, he should have gone for the leg, not the foot. The result of this strategy is Pete making himself grounded and prone for Walter's onslaught. Skip!
As a vegan, it's surprising that Pete Dunne has a propensity for finger food.
Oh my god, that pun was so bad. What is it with Mauro Ranallo making puns or cringe references all the time? That's almost as bad as his botching.
In the light done up like Times Square.
This close to screaming into a pillow.
Here and charges in, and what a clothesline!
Nigel's overreaction of saying what in disbelief. Because seriously, how is it shocking that a wrestler is barely fazed by a clothesline from a much smaller opponent? If it was the other way around and Pete wasn't fazed by one of Walter's chops, then saying what that way would be understandable.
Now, where's Walter going?
He's going to the movies to stand in line for the premiere of Avengers Endgame. Where the freaking hell do you think he's going?
He was going to end the bruiserweight.
Wrestler says he's going to end his opponent in their match, cliche.
Continuing to use his momentum.
Walter was clearly watching Pete ascend the corner before he even leaped backwards for the moonsault, and still decided to just stand there and take the hit instead of backing up and taking advantage.
Walter is in at 7.
Ty Dillinger isn't even in the WWE anymore, and yet we're still resorting to hearing the stupid 10 chants long after that taunt wore off. Even when Ty is gone, I'm still activating the 10-sin penalty.
Walter just kicks out.
More like Walter rolled out of the pin as he never technically kicked out. That one moment when Pete is more brutal with a coup de grace than Finn Balor is, and the brutality of that gets a center mover.
Wanting to win by pinfall.
Even if Walter didn't move out of the way, Pete would have never hit him considering he slipped on the top rope. What a shame.
Oh!
Pete Dunne is an idiot. The reason I say that is because slapping an opponent larger than you is the worst thing you could ever do since it would increase the rage.
Sure, Pete Dunne.
No offense, but constantly hearing shh from the audience in this match is annoying as hell. I get that Walter's chops would sound deadly, but stop shushing each other all the time, please.
Has the advantage momentarily.
Well, so much for Walter's fingers being broken. You know, when Pete broke them like 30 seconds ago. 24 minutes into this match. Is now really the time for this? 685-day title reign, and the one thing that causes this long title reign to end is one split second of Pete randomly looking at the referee. Yep, you heard that correctly. Good match. Mad respect for Pete Dunne on his nearly 2-year UK title reign. Longest title reign of the last 30 years, I believe. Remove 5 sins as my show of respect to the Bruiserweight.
Get in on this. Zoom in on this.
Okay, we're looking at the title. Calm down.
Because I'm undefeated.
Bianca Belair seriously believes she's still undefeated despite losing to Shayna Baszler at NXT Phoenix? She must be delusional. Even after Kairi Sane's graphics appear on the stage, it still takes about 15 seconds before the audio technicians realize that they were supposed to play her entrance theme.
One of her opponents here tonight.
Kairi contemplating jumping out of the ring during Bianca Belair's entrance. Io Shirai having trouble getting her mask off. Just give me a minute, I'll be right with you, folks. God, this thing just won't come off. Shayna Baszler's discount Goldberg entrance.
The crown jewel in the NXT women's division.
Don't ever mention the words crown jewel in WWE programming ever again. Because we all know what comes in our head every time we hear those words.
John. Oh,
You mean to tell me that if Kairi didn't break up that pinfall, Io would have been easily pinned after suffering only a small kick to the chest since the match began less than a minute ago? That's a little weird to think about. Air Kiss Baseball. Also, rest in peace to whoever got accidentally killed by that air kiss. LOL.
Leave it to Shayna Baszler to spoil the party.
Maracle completely disregards the fact that Bianca also spoiled the party of Kairi and Io facing off. Not just Shayna who did that.
No disqualification.
Even if this was a match with disqualifications, Shayna would have gotten disqualified for stomping on Bianca's arm, as that's a legal move no matter the circumstances of the match.
And look at the War Games here.
War Games? Morrow, this is not a War Games match. There's only one ring tonight and no cage. That doesn't make sense. Kairi and Io spending too much time with their backs turned to Shayna and Bianca. Bad strategy, you two.
Of course.
The referee telling Bianca that she's got to talk. Kind of hard for me to talk when I'm being choked out, you know. Always rolling my eyes every time Percy cheerleads. There always has to be the annoying commentator on a team, I suppose. Why can't we have an entirely neutral commentary team for once? Io Shirai is actually shocked that Kairi Sane broke up the pinfall. What, did she expect Kairi to just let her win the title for no reason? Because that would have been stupid if she did.
Turnabout is fair play. Turnabout is...
Repeating lines. We heard you the first time you said turnabout is fair play. I was impressed with that feat of strength by Bianca, not gonna lie. So here's another center move.
Are you kidding me? Johnny TakeOver.
Adam Cole would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion, because I agree, that name is so cringe. We put the name Johnny over everything. Johnny Gargano probably had Johnny Bacon with Johnny Eggs this morning before going to the Johnny Gym. Once Tony Stark gets back from being stranded in space, he's gonna be pissed off knowing Johnny Gargano stole his Iron Man outfit. Adam Cole always entered the arena for his matches by himself without the Undisputed Era. Why only now is he actually coming out with them? This asshole with the leather jacket right here looking at his watch with an obvious bored expression on his face. If you're bored with an NXT event, first of all, shame on you. But why did you buy an expensive ringside ticket? The big 2 out of 3 falls match has begun, and what does Johnny immediately do? He turns his back on Adam, who I bet is probably thinking, am I a joke to you? 85 seconds of walking around and staring.
Boy, trying to...
Quick roll-up attempt botched.
Both Gargano and Cole idolize Shawn Michaels.
Is that even supposed to be a surprise if a much younger wrestler idolizes someone like Shawn Michaels? It'd be more of a surprise if both Adam and Johnny completely dislike Shawn.
Seth Rollins who will battle Brock Lesnar.
Why the hell are we bringing up the Universal Championship match between Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania in the middle of this main event? I guess Morrow somehow got bored with this match and wanted to talk about something else completely. You have such a beautiful and soft beard, Adam.
Who looks to light up Cole like the Cleveland Browns.
Can't really compare this to the Cleveland Browns because Johnny actually wins a major championship instead of getting easily flattened like a pancake.
The ring looking for a respite.
Johnny clearly saw Adam return to the ring and still looked around him, somehow believing a second Adam Cole was on the outside of the ring.
Is Gargano going to record the first fall?
Morrow asked that question immediately when Adam obviously kicked out. Oh, I don't know. Sure, Johnny's going to record the first pinfall of the night despite Adam kicking out before you asked us that question.
And remember, it's a 2 out of 3 fall.
We know! Jeez, trying to be the main roster commentators or something?
Back and forth we go!
The referee and his dumb hesitation is what likely cost Adam the first pinfall of the night. Damn you, ref.
It's over, bro!
No, it's not over. That was only the first fall. This match continues because Adam's got to get a second fall to win the match. Not over yet.
It's his 4th loss here at Barclays.
I just might have to add in a double sin for Morrow not realizing that Johnny hasn't technically lost this match since it didn't end. Does he not know how a 2 out of 3 falls match works? The first time Adam hit that, Johnny lost the first fall. But now that Johnny has been hit with it a second time in 1 minute, adding more pain and destruction, it's easy to kick out of. I presume that's Johnny logic.
Johnny Gargano is more heart than Valentine's Day.
Enough with the stupid puns and cringe references already. Hell, even I stopped doing cringe Star Wars references on my content.
Oh, wait a minute. Johnny Gargano?
I get that Johnny wants to be this superhero-like guy who fairly defeats his opponent, but at a time like this, the smartest move would have been to take the count-out victory, allowing him to gain his first fall with enough rest to nail the second.
Adam Cole doesn't give a damn!
No shit!
And deciding fall.
This whole scene of the ring announcer explaining how this match works literally during the match. We know how a best 2 out of 3 falls contest works in any sport or game. Sudden death overtime? That would only be the case if the score was tied when the time limit expired, and there is no time limit in this match. Am I gonna have to be the one explaining the rules around here?
Winner take all!
No, that's the main event of WrestleMania 35, not NXT TakeOver New York. Now Maracle has his events mixed up. Not really his night tonight, is it?
The dream that began as an 8-year-old child.
Wait, you mean to tell me that Johnny had dreamed of becoming the NXT champion long before the existence of NXT happened? How?
Johnny Gargano.
No offense, but that is what you call no selling. Johnny just got slammed spine first into the ring apron really hard, and he's automatically healed from that 30 seconds later. No selling is always a sin. Finally, it's about time the exciting moments of this near 40-minute match happened. It only took 34 minutes. Just as this match was finally getting good, Adam just had to ruin it by resorting to monologuing, the villain's greatest weakness, which is what ultimately cost him the match. It was Adam's stupidity that allowed Johnny to win, sadly. Just finish him off already, you stupid dumbass! The referee isn't doing his job in counting out both Johnny and Adam. Did you forget that he was the referee in this match? Haha, the table didn't break. Somehow. Haha, your voice cracked. That's the second haha sin in a row. Dang. This unnecessary invasion by the Undisputed Era. I guess they didn't have any faith in Adam Cole as much as we thought they did. Wrestler taps out when the referee is distracted cliche. I was thinking it was only a matter of time before we bring in the referee gets knocked down at the crucial point of the match cliche as well. Talk about great resilience, am I right? I still don't get it. I still don't get it. How the hell is he doing this? How? Also, do wrestling finishers not exist anymore? That was like the 15th finisher hit on Johnny, getting to be a little too much. This is not something I ever thought I'd write down, but I'm man enough to admit it. Johnny Gargano silenced Christian freaking Maracle on this night. And I may not like the guy, but I'll still give him his moment. Let's remove 50 sins from the counter as the congratulations for Johnny finally achieving his goal that he had been chasing for the last 2 years. I'm still in disbelief.